Going live. Camilla Jenny.
Hello, welcome to another Monday Club, and this is Groxy. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say there. So welcome to the Monday Club. It's great to see you guys. Hope you're well. Before we crack on with Monday fun in the online model rail club that's for everyone, I'd just like to ask a little favour. Please hit the like button, and also if you haven't already done so, do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. YouTube will probably ignore you because it does that very, very well. But, you know, show willing. But it's great to see you guys. Hope you're well. Roll VT.
Proceed. Hit the lever.
Hit the lever.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
So it's great to see you, and I really do hope you're well. Of course, yesterday we had a special video go out.
Yes.
I'm laughing away, but actually, it's been really hard work over the last 6, 7... Are you all right over there?
I'm sweltering already.
Are you? Sweaty Bettying. But no, it's been really hard work. I tried to explain a little bit in that video, but I mean, just to put into perspective, I've been on a full day's work today, and then I've come back with maybe an hour and a half to spare before starting the Monday Club. I'm absolutely shattered, but that never stops Monday Club fun. So big hello to Patrick Link, Stevie Film, Values 56XX, Ian O'Brien, Griffey, Iron Horse Railways, 156 Andrew Shortbread Express, Plymouth North Road Station, Ben Tullett, Namer Gamer YT, Nick Garolimo, Dave Scott Railways, Tommy, hi, it's great to see you, Busby Junction, Andrew L says, I just got my William Loudon Sons wagon today. Might have had it sooner, but it was his first time getting the post since emergency appendix surgery last Tuesday.
I hope you get better soon, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Dion Wollaston, Hannings Rest Model Railway, Sarah Davies, Peter Jackson, Sheila Heath, Ian O'Brien, Richard Swiderski, Steve Crompton, Awesome Bricks, Marcus Muggins, John JMC, our guru of sound. It's great to see you. Otter Junction Railways, George Botterini, Flymo Chairman 1, DL Warren, Phil Yates, Skipsy Trains. It was great to see you, by the way, actually, at the DCC Concepts Open Weekend. Always good to see everybody. And DJ K666 says, I completely understand that video. Maybe that's content for a video on its own. What goes into production of a video?
Oh my goodness. I have actually sometimes considered just going live on one of our spare channels or in the Discord's live stream channel with the by the way, you can, if you feel like it, just go live in the Discord, because we have a channel specifically for that, and just show you me editing a video, see how long it takes.
Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, says, hi, I'm back in 1961.
61, dudes.
It doesn't really work, does it?
No.
Gosh, the chat is going really, really quickly. But yeah, essentially, don't forget to hit that like button. Consider sharing us to social media. And if you haven't already done so, do subscribe to the channel. You can also check us out over on Patreon, buy the merch, yada, yada, yada. So the Cupboard Monkey has just chugged back an entire can of energy drink. So
I am energized like the Duracell bunny.
Yeah, so she's currently smelling through time.
Yes.
George Botterini says, hi everyone, school's out free on Mondays.
School's out for summer.
Now, school's out for Monday Club. Zantek says, tell Zoe to do just that. Be interesting to see how videos are put together. But the thing is, though, I don't think you could do like a live stream of video, you editing the videos, because you get all my potty mouth that gets edited out.
Yeah, and all the bits where she goes, and
Yeah,
then starts again.
Go, oh, for God's sake! And trust me,
it happens.
I know a few bad words beginning with that.
Tommy says his real name's Michael. He just chose Tommy because he's a Thomas the Tank Engine fan. And here's me thinking it was because you're a pinball wizard.
Yeah.
Ever since he was a young boy, he played with the balls. I can't remember the rest of it. Something about silver balls and he could play pinball.
Big hello to you, Railway Road.
All I know is the dirty
Great
version.
to see you. Right, anyway, so this week is the first week of the new schedule, except...
Almost immediately, and this is the problem that we've been facing behind the scenes. Almost immediately after we said, right, from this week, it's only going to be Friday videos. We got a call like, can I interest you in doing this thing for us, this review, with an extra sponsor? Please, can we do this? And there we are.
Well, what we said was that there will be extra videos, but we've removed
I didn't
the
expect
obligation.
it to be right immediately after we put out the thing.
So I'm here, we've got Gronksy actually. Gronksy has stepped up because Uncle Topsy is away in Bredbury today. So Topsy is he's getting his bread jammed. He's getting so excited. So he's had a trip up from Toaster, and he's really, really happy. Peter Jackson Gila Heath says, congrats on the 24,000 subs. So I suppose we're having an impromptu 24,000 subscriber party.
Yeah, but we didn't have it pre-recorded.
No, we didn't have it pre-recorded because, to be honest, I didn't expect it. Because what happens when you don't buy subs? 156 Andrew Shortbread Express has very kindly donated £2 on the super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. Says Jenny, Fox's Fruits, much love to you and Zoe.
Thank you very much.
I haven't had Fox's Fruits for a very long time. I remember that Fox's Glacier Mints, I was never a big fan of those, but
I did an art project based around Fox's Glacier Mints at GCSE.
Did you? Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier for you. But
learning how to paint white fur is bloody hard, by the way, guys.
I can imagine. I remember the adverts as well. With the polar bear that would climb up on the glacier mountain. Wasn't there a fox that kept trying to get it off the glacier mint so it could pinch it?
Something like that, yeah.
Vague memory. Hereford Martin, great to see you. Roger Wollstonholme says, I'm not as good as the White Rabbit. I'm late again. Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf. So, basically, it's been really hard work, and went into a few of the details on the stream. But I know, there's a lot of competition on YouTube for views, and there's this kind of sense that you've got to keep feeding the algorithm, and actually...
The algorithm is the enemy.
Yes. Because it kind of leads you down a rabbit hole where you feel that you need to do more and more and more, and it's really hard. Also, I'm just very prolific at building layouts, doing how-to guides, all this sort of stuff, and it is quite tough. But it is the greatest hobby in the world. Ken Patterson said that, and I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with him. Tommy says, Jenny, have you heard about the beaching axe? Yeah, I have, yes. Certainly a point at which a great deal of Britain's network was closed, but actually a lot of other closures actually happened afterwards, right through into the 1990s. The Fallowfield
Simon
Loop.
Snow, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Simon Snow. Gifted 5 Jennifer E. Kirk Model Railways memberships. Thank you so much for your generosity. So we've got a few people there. Griffey says, I have a question when not interrupting.
Hey, never feel like you're interrupting, dude. Always just say what you want, and if Jen's in the middle of a rant, I'll try and prod her to answer it after she's finished. But never feel like you have to wait.
Hello, McBenman1, and Jerry BVR says humble apologies. It suggests a degree of lateness, Gandalf. If you...
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Hillside Junction says, most important to keep your love of the hobby and the Monday Club, of course. Absolutely. Marcus Muggins asks, have you heard of the Geddes axe? I have to say I have not heard of that one.
Isn't that a guitar?
I don't know. And Leslie Gilpin Rose, yeah, a lot more closures had happened in the 30s, 40s and 50s to some degree, yes. McBenman once says, hi Jenny, just drove the Ivet 2MT tank on the Watercress line. I'll put some pics on the server.
Nice.
Oh, brilliant.
And Stephen McLay, thank you for rejoining.
Absolutely. Been a member for 28 months. Wow, so 12, 25, that's two and a bit, yeah. 2 and a bit years. Thank you so much for your support. Says, good morning from New Zealand. Excellent to see you.
Hello from the past. We haven't caught up with you yet.
Aaronville, Nick at Bletchton High Level says, had a lovely weekend at the Chatham Model Railway Show. Got a super ESU throttle and it says A gauge terrier. I'm assuming that might be an O gauge terrier. Tim's Model Railway and Zoe's messing about with the chat.
What's the temperature in the loft? He says.
I don't know. We should
don't
probably
know.
get a thermometer.
No, because it'll burst all over your trains.
James Pets. It's great to see. There's a few latecomers here.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Leslie Gilpin
I
Railway
saw
says
one to get a Gandalf.
you pull a string out?
Down at the Warhammer shop, they do Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings thing, and I'm really, really tempted to get a Gandalf and just bring him up here.
There's a lot of people saying they were at the Chatham show. I saw a lot of pictures down at the Chatham Historic Dockyard in one of the big sheds. It's just too far for us.
Yeah, like I said, shame.
It was a heck of a slog for us to get to Hornby at Margate for filming. But it looks like you guys all had a great time. Yaharik says Chatham was a brilliant show. Walked away with a few bits, including a kit for a Mansell Diesel. Oh, right. Is that the... not sure which one that is, but sounds really good. Pirate Scorcher 1998 says the Rapido Metropolitan E-Class looks pretty nice. Thank you so much. The Aylesmead Project, good evening to you. It's great to see you. David J says Dapol still haven't released their O-Gauge Toad Guards fan.
You've got to guard your toads. Everything is going slow, which means that once again, Windows is updating in the background, despite the fact that the computer has been on for over an hour.
Castle Hill Light Railway says, sorry, I'm a tad late.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to. Hello, Gronksy.
Oh,
how are you doing?
So excited. He doesn't have any biscuits, but he asks if you'd like some toast. Oh my word.
Well, here's the best part. I can magic it back. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. George Botterini very kindly donated $19.99. Says beverages of the day fund. Oh, thank you so much for your generosity.
Here's the quick test of how behind this is. My hand is going into the camera now. That's how far behind that is. Something is going wrong. And we don't know what.
Warbler Productions, Big Hello to you, says TARDIS by Water Crane and Shunters. Yes, because I told the monkey of cupboardness to move it around, but she didn't. Tommy, you did. I think it was Michael. See, I can only really go off what it says on screen.
Absolutely.
Because there's too many different names to remember stuff. But have I ever fired up an engine? Yes, repeatedly for several decades. My father had miniature steam engines that he actually built them. It's pretty hardcore. He built them. There was 3 in total. And we used to take them to rallies, and I'd do a lot of driving and a lot of steaming them up from cold. I'm pretty good at it, actually. It was one of the things, it was one of my big bugbears when we filmed Biggest Little Railway, that they focused on certain people for driving the locomotive and completely ignored a lot of others. And because it was never a part of my backstory, I never got a chance to drive the locomotive, and I was really bummed by that, because it's like, hold on, I've spent like 20 years driving steam engines. I'm pretty competent at this.
Pretty competent is not very competent.
No, I've done also. I've taken them for boiler tests. All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I've done a lot with them. Within Model Railways has just saw a hand grab the.
No, he didn't.
That was Gandalf. Now, don't worry. I'll find my. Where's my prod gun? Have you? Oh no, there's my.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything.
I'm gonna prod Gandalf.
Oh.
There.
Oh. Oh.
There we are. Stop putting your hand in the shop.
Give me biscuits then.
Well, you go and get them then, Gandalf. Busby Junction, big hello to you. Griffey says, I'm going up to the Stoke show if I can make up the road. John Edwards says, I'm not late as I'm cooking my meal and I'm watching at the same time. Sarah Davis says, there's a model show at St. John's School this weekend in Stoke. And it's great to see all of these shows. Traditionally, the summer can be a bit of a quieter time. So it's good to see that there's still quite a lot going on. Our next show outing, we've been in...
Show outing, eh?
Yes. Hold on, where's my prodder?
I'm thinking you can get a cream for that.
I can fix this.
Ow! Stop prodding me with a...
There we go.
Rubber
Fixed
hand.
it. Madden Steams Railway says, lovely to see the number of tasteful trains on Weir Yard today. Yeah, we've got quite an eclectic mix, as usual. What?
Retro Rambles. Society's getting worse. I just saw someone flash 2 old women. One woman had a stroke. The other couldn't reach.
Oh, come on. I think that the... Enwin's Models Lifestyle Unleashed says TV people very rarely see beyond their own perceived stereotypes. Absolutely. And Pim1234, big hello to you. Yeah, way back. In fact, one of my first ever television appearances was on it was a program on Granada Television. It would have been about 1999 or 2000, filmed up at Cark Airfield with who was that? I know it doesn't narrow it down, but who was the guy who got sent away for fiddling?
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Fred the Weatherman. Fred.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I did not expect that guy.
I did a TV program. It was his TV program. He used to do a thing. He'd sort of go off around the northwest in a little Messerschmitt bubble car and rock up places and see what there was to see.
You mean he was on the run?
No. But actually, I mean, in all honesty, I spent a day teaching him how to drive a steam locomotive. Huh. And he seemed a perfectly nice chap. I'll be honest.
And that's the problem.
Came as a shock to me when it came out. But no.
That's the problem. You never know because they hide it so well. I worked alongside one.
Yeah. But the thing was, that is a program where you can see me driving a steam engine.
Yeah.
There we are. Right. Anyway, Griffey says, my question. Okay, thanks. I have an older Roco DCC system, which I think is still okay to use. However, the drawbacks is it cannot read CVs back without
dollar expansion.
Basically, costly expansion. Are there now any standalone ones? JMRI is one. If you've got a computer, I know a lot of people say that is incredibly good. I didn't get on with it. I couldn't get it to blooming work up here. Short of buying something steer clear of the dirt cheap like starter sets. So I know that Bachmann do like a starter set DCC. It has so many limitations, and I suspect that is one of its limitations as well. Other than if you member of a model rail club, take it down there, read and write the CVs whilst you're at the club, or if you've got a friend who's got a system that you can do it on. But it's a real bind. And in all honesty, I know it's not what you want to hear, but in all honesty, I'd say it's probably a sign that upgrading would solve a lot of problems, because I suspect that there's other problems that you would have with an old system that doesn't allow you to read CVs. It's probably, can it do extended addresses? So essentially any address that's higher than, is it something like 128 or something like that? Iron Horse Railway says if you've got a Windows PC or laptop, then JMRI is brilliant and affordable. David J says my chat went too soon, Jenny, with my Daypole Toad question. Anyway, I finally saved enough. I've only been waiting nearly a year. I've heard of a slow boats to China, but this is really slow from it's like the slow toad from China. But they will be coming. The Hawthorne Leslies have turned up, and I've said there's one chugging around here. It's pretty much the best 040 locomotive that I've actually had up in the loft. I haven't filmed a review. I think James Petts did actually ask about the Metropolitan E-Class. There is a review coming this week on Wednesday. I know we said we were cutting back, but we got sent
I'm up to late tonight making sure it's all done.
So we got sent a review sample. A huge thank you to Rapido Trains for that. They do send them out to pretty much all media organisations. Certainly all the good ones like Railway Modeller, Model Rail, and Hornby Magazine, I'm sure, have got them. But it's a great model, actually. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I filmed a review. That's going out on Wednesday. But I know I said I'm cutting back. Yes. But ironically, we'll have like a whole slew of videos very quickly. Are you all right there?
Yeah, I'm just going to pop downstairs because I've just realised that although we did that live stream on the Saturday where I was painting that locomotive, I never showed how far I got at the end.
Oh, right, okay.
So
well,
I'm
look,
go and get it.
You take care now. Chobberton Junction, big hello to you. Tommy says, see you later, guys. Look, you take care. Don't forget to hit that like before you go. And consider sharing us to social media. But it's been great having your company. You take great care of yourself. Otter Junction Railway says RIP Sir Kenneth Grange. Wasn't he the guy who designed the HST? Don Cragen says, good morning from San Jose, California, in the US of A. It's great to see you. Hope you're well. I don't know what time it is where you are. I suspect it might be actually early morning or something. Sarah Davis says, thing is Warbler, who would have suspected Rolf Harris? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Jimmy Savile, it's like, look at him. I don't know how he survived in plain sight for so long. If you ask a small child, draw a picture of what you think a kiddie piddler looks like, they basically draw you a picture of Jimmy Savile. But yeah, the other ones, and that's probably how they get away with it. Richard Knowles, good evening to you. And Chris Jones 10 says Cavalex 60. Can't wait. Yeah, definitely. It's promising to be quite an interesting model. I'm really looking forward to it. Their Class 56, by all accounts, was an incredible model. Certainly, I've been watching it develop when I've been talking to the guys at shows. The amount of tooling options that they've got and the level of detail that's gone into that 56 is incredible. So Sarah Davis says, Bill Cosby too, TV Dad of the 80s.
Let's not start going on.
Yeah, it's not a game of seeing how many people you used to watch on TV are spending quality time.
At His Majesty's pleasure.
Ah, well, Bill Cosby is somewhere out in
Isn't he dead now?
I don't know. Alan Pennington says, how from Alan, living in France? Ah, mais oui, mais oui. Bien, bonsoir, mes amis.
Mes amis.
My friends, mes amis.
Yes, the majority. Yes, plural. You're talking to one guy. How many of that guy can you see?
Bonsoir, mon ami. Okay,
Yeah.
mon.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Are you happy? Are you happy? Really, come on. Settle down, Beavis.
No.
Go and get TP for your bunghole. Right.
So, do you want to show them what I managed?
Yeah, okay. Iron Horse Railway says it's like a really dodgy version of Guess Who.
Yes.
Yeah. Guess who's not in prison from your childhood TV?
Thankfully, Timmy Mallet, he's not.
He's a good guy. One of the
He's
good
a
guys.
good guy.
So there we are. This is the 9F that Zoe has built from the old Daypole.
It's a Daypole plastic kit.
The Kitmaster kit.
I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of these things is the
Now,
fun.
it's not finished. I haven't got all the detail bits on, but I have painted up what's there.
Yeah. The only issue is that some of the components are a little bit warped, and it does say that in the instructions, explaining that this tooling dates back to, I'm guessing in the case of some of these, 1960s. So, yeah. The Aylesmead Projects has just ordered a couple of Monday Club badges going to be used as head code plate. Yeah,
you just ordered that. I've got to.
That means you've got to do.
I've got to go and do more work. But yeah. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
I love that. Martin Parkinson says, "We don't come here for the French pedantry."
So here we
well
are.
said.
I spent quite a while at the show at DCC Concepts painting up that backhead detail, and I'm really, really pleased. You know, Daypole might say that this is old stuff and it's a little bit warped here and there, but look at the quality of that.
About the fun.
There's no part of this that I didn't enjoy building. This was a good kit, and I enjoyed it. It's got loads of detail, really nice to paint up on little edges and extras. There's still a few bits of detail to go in.
You know, they can't hear you when you talk away from the thing.
Yeah, they can. There's still a few bits of detail here and there to go in, but I'm really impressed with it, and I'm happy that I did it.
DJ Sarah Hall says, does anyone know if traders at model shows do exchanges? Absolutely. Number of times I've taken random bits and basically swapped them for something that I do want. So yeah, at the end of the day, have an ask around. What I would say is, you know, ask a few traders. The price, the value you might be offered in exchange may vary. So, you know, it's just like, you know, if you're selling to a shop.
Yeah. But be prepared for them to say no if they've not got any cash on hand and stuff like that as well. Of course.
Oh, they might just pay you by PayPal or something.
Yeah,
like
that could work too.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying my biggest fan at the moment.
So yeah, thank you guys. Everyone's saying that it looks good. I was really happy with it. Do the wheels rotate? Some of them do.
Some of them do.
The bogie on the locomotive, those wheels do spin.
And 2 of the 3 axles on the tender?
Yes, but unfortunately, because of the way that I assembled it,
she glued the wheels in. Is what
I didn't glue the wheels in. The wheels rotated, but once I got the bar,
she glued the connecting rod to the wheels, and then wondered why it wouldn't spin.
Like I say, I was trying to explain this. I made a mistake, and instead of assembling it in a way that the pins can be attached, but the rod can rotate around the pins and the wheels, I've accidentally used too much glue and stuck.
Ham Shackleton says, talking of swapping things, Jenny, has that small box I sent a fortnight ago arrived yet? Yes, and I forgot to thank you last week. So thank you so much.
Do I need to go and get it?
Yeah, go and grab it.
Is that
That's the box. It's on the sofa downstairs.
The one that's underneath the one that you decided that you absolutely had to have another A4.
Yes, an A4 did arrive. Unfortunately, it's got to go back because the motor turns and spins very fast, but the wheels don't.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you are wondering go.
I just want to make a quick joke. Like, Jen accidentally bought this. She tripped in rails, knocked it onto the counter, and
wasn't even in rails.
And one trying to right herself, accidentally pulled her debit card out of her purse and placed it onto the cash machine.
Yeah.
So, all in one massively orchestrated maneuver. Anyway, what were you saying? Something about it not working.
The A4 that arrived, I bought Sir Ralph Wedgwood, and it doesn't. Ralph doesn't wedge wood. British Rail Enthusiast says, "Hi Jenny, I bought an A4 Mallard 85th anniversary set with glowing firebox. Ooh, I do love an A4, it must be said." Castle Hill Light Railway says, "I do like the Daypol kits. Yes, they are old, but you can adapt them so much, which is fun." Leslie Gilpin Railway says, "A common mistake we made making Airfix kits." Ben Tillett says, "Paying in IOUs can be a bit dodgy." DJ Sarah Hall says, "Thanks, Jennifer. Good to know. I'm new to the hobby, having suffered a heart attack 7 months ago. I'm so sorry to hear. So I've got into this hobby to soak up my spare time." It is the greatest hobby in the world. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You'll see lots of clickbaity videos online like, "Oh, is this the death of the hobby? Oh, like the hobby's dying. Oh, Wally show's ended. Hatton's has closed. Oh, doom, gloom, clickbait, clickbait." And to be honest, sorry, I got carried away there.
Finished?
No, doom, gloom, doom. But actually, no, it's the greatest hobby in the world. Ken Patterson from What's Neat This Week is adamant on that, and I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with him. Do go and check out the What's Neat This Week podcast and all of the crew there. There's so many skills that you learn. Not just the creativity, there's the woodworking skills when you make your baseboards. I mean, you can buy them as well, but they are quite expensive. And in my honest opinion, I find building the baseboards more flexible and more fulfilling as well. Will you get my teddy bear out from the camera? Right, so Ham Shackleton very kindly sent some items into the channel. I'm really sorry. Last week I just completely forgot to bring them up and talk about them. But he very kindly sent me Manchester Ship Canal special commissioned wagon. This is Astley Green Colliery Museum commissioned Daypol to do a Manchester Ship Canal wagon. So thank you so much for that. But wait, there's more. Also,
just throw them around, yeah.
From the same source, Tildesley Coal Company, Peelwood Colliery, Atherton, limited edition wagon. Again, Astley Green Colliery Museum. Really, really nice. But wait, there's more. And also, the box has been folded.
Stop talking about my butt weight.
Yeah, they are. Can you get rid of that?
Yes.
The box has been folded flat, but I can fold that back out. The final wagon is an AAC anthracite. So it's quite an interesting wagon, actually. I'm going to have a play about with this. It's got goalpost style couplings, but these clip in. So I'm going to experiment about putting a slimline tension locks in there.
I bet you could
yes.
mod it, yeah.
Yeah, mod the van.
Modify the van!
Oh, hold on. Talk to the nice people.
Have you broken it?
Talk to the nice people.
Jenny's broken it. Oh no.
No. There we go. I'm going to take a leaf out of the book of the Secret Service in America and go, no comment. Hey, wait a minute.
I need it for a second.
Oh, it is getting warm up here, isn't it? DJ K666 says, we have another DJ on here. Yes, I is the top DJ. But no, yeah, plenty of DJs.
Is this DJ Polygon?
Oh, God. Have I told you guys the story of DJ Polygon?
I'm not entirely sure, but it is.
Back in the 90s, it was like the in thing. Everybody had their DJ name. And you'd pick a silly name and just put DJ in front. And like everybody was a wannabe DJ. It was the era of the superstar DJs like Pete Tong and Paul Oakenfold. And Ibiza was king. Yeah, party, come on, let's get out there. And then spend the evening at Cafe Del Mar after we've done Manumission and the rest of it. I was running the radio station at the university I think it's about 1999. And late night, and bear in mind, not always at the radio station, but late night, it was me and the guy who was the studio manager. We were in his room where he was staying, his university digs, and we were just chatting away. And he always had the radio station on low in the background, and we started to become aware of what later transpired to be DJ Polygon. And we couldn't work out whether this was a colossal rip take or whether he was deadly serious. And it was things like he was saying things like, "I am DJ Polygon. I would tell you my real name, but I am frightened I would be mobbed by my fans." And we found this hilarious at 2 a.m. I never did find out who DJ Polygon was. Les Kirk says, mistaken identity.
Yeah, he was asking whether someone that's in the chat was someone that he knows.
Ah, yes.
It's your dad.
Yes. It's one of those things. There's usually more than one person with the same name out there. Apparently,
but sometimes you think, well, maybe it's this person.
I get mistaken for, well, no, not when they've met me, but I did find people who were confused coming to my website looking for, I think it's an American Olympic gold winning figure skater.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
The funniest thing I saw the other day was a guy who lived in a town in America, a fairly large town. And he had a doppelganger who also lived in that town called Eric. And every now and again he would come home and say, Eric's been doing this, that, and the other, because someone had come up to him and talked to him about it. Yeah. And then, lo and behold, all of a sudden it just stopped.
Oh.
And they're thinking, oh my goodness, what's happened to Eric? They've never met this guy. He just happens to look like...
But you have a kind
dad.
of bond with your doppelganger.
And then, out of the blue, a guy walked up to him and started talking to him, thinking it was Eric. So after 3 years, he came home and went, I'm happy to say Eric's okay. I just met his cousin.
Oh my word. Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, says, I'm looking at building a section of King's Cross, late 60s, early 70s. Ooh. So I think I need an A4. When did the last A4 work out of the cross?
The cross.
I think the thing to do would be, if you look on, I'm not entirely sure, but the LNER Encyclopedia, which is an online resource for all things LNER locomotives, great resource. I just wish there was one for LMS, Southern and GWR as well, because it's a great, well laid out, easy to find the info you want resource. I know that the A4s latterly ended up working the route up to Aberdeen from Edinburgh. So I guess it's when, would have been, what was it, Finsbury Park, when their allocation of A4s was withdrawn or moved elsewhere. The Wikipedia page does give some information about A4s. And if you can find the ones that were allocated down there, when they were withdrawn is probably the point at which they didn't run out of King's Cross anymore. I guess they would have been displaced by the Deltics. Whether they ran other services for a while, I don't know. But I do know their last stomping grounds were up on the expresses up to Aberdeen.
Everyone's now saying, if you're modelling King's Cross, won't you need some ladies of the night? Don't knock, do some of those.
Enwin's Models Lifetime Unleashed says, lovely to see the Victory running on Weiryard. Yes, it's a really easy Next 18 Hornby TXS decoder fit with the largest of the power banks, and it runs like an absolute champ. And I'm actually also making full use of the ABC shuttle that those are able to do. And actually, I keep badgering DCC Concepts to get ABC shuttling into the firmware on their Next 18 decoders. Unfortunately, the Zen Blue Plus can't do ABC shuttling. Only the Zen Black can. But the Hornby TXS Next 18 decoders can do it. So if you can fit one into a Next 18 model, hey presto, you get ABC shuttling. Hello, Peachy TT120. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Jose Antonio. I should know how to pronounce that surname. Texera. I remember hearing how it was pronounced and thought, interesting, I should remember that. And then I've completely forgotten. So I do apologise.
Oh,
it says,
hang on.
hi, Jenny, you watch...
Isn't the X an H?
Tahara?
Tehira?
No, the only reason was there was somebody in America with that surname, and I heard then their surname, which I'd seen written down just like that, pronounced, and it was like, ah. But so I'm really sorry, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation, but it says, hi Jenny, watching from, is that Curitiba, southern Brazil.
Nice.
Nice. What's the weather like down there?
But it's better than what we've got here.
I don't know. No. Harry Sedgwick says the A4s are transferred to the Scottish region of British Railways that run in between Aberdeen and Glasgow in the 1960s.
Peachy TT120, nice joke, but we can't read it out. The thing about Social Blade is that it's good if it's been following that channel for a while. Basically, if you first look at it, it might be inaccurate, but once you've started looking at it, it will keep following that channel. So it gets better over time.
Yeah.
And yes, some channels, it's very clear that dodgy things are going on, let's put it that way. I'm not going to name them because, like I'm not going to...
I know accusations have been bandied around about various channels about buying subscribers and views. Social Blade is interesting because you can actually make an educated deduction which channels are.
But some of the time we saw some information that looked similar to what our stats look like, and we don't buy.
No.
Sometimes it's
but
just
then
that
again,
they don't track all the time.
No, but there are ways and means of working out who's buying subs and stuff.
Yeah, and there are some in the community
also,
that are.
But
good luck to them because YouTube will find it.
Can I just say as well, I want to clear something up. Because I know there was a lot of accusations when Sam's Trains went over 100,000 subs. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's just buying subscribers," and no, he wasn't. And the reason for that was because YouTube do a big audit. When they're going to send you a plaque, they want to make sure that everything's above board.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got the plaque means that those rumours were absolutely 100% false.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have got the plaque.
They would not have sent it out.
We've got a decent enough audience. I want to put the record straight in that. I know I don't normally, not a fan of Sam's Trains, but on that one, it's always annoying when you hear rumours that are untrue, and that particular rumour was untrue.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have sent out the plaque.
Yeah, and as you say, not a fan, but that doesn't mean that he can't have his channel. Everyone's allowed to like and dislike things.
British Rail Enthusiast says, "Hi Jenny, could you please run an A4?" It is a bit of a...
Which one? Which one of that? If I turn this camera around, which one of the several that she's got on that frickin' shelf of A4s?
I don't know, can people see that?
Yes, they can. That's a ridiculous amount of A4s, Jenny.
Okay. Well, look, I tell
Jenny,
you what.
I'm here to say that you're our friend and we love you, but that is a ridiculous amount of A4s.
Okay, well, look, okay. As it's you, I'm going to bring the Class 45 around, and I'm going to replace that with an A4.
Oh my goodness.
So, let me just...
There we go. Right, so we're gonna
get
some live loco changing action.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want,
let's do this. We're going in. Right, we can see the one that you're changing.
Oh, can we? Okay.
Mark Wilson says, "I have no subscribers." But that
I
only goes to show that you haven't bought any. So there.
That only goes to show. I don't believe you have a YouTube. Oh no, you must do.
He must have a YouTube channel because he's got an account.
To be honest, Mark Wilson is one of the most astounding modelers that I've ever come across,
Yeah.
and really, sir, you should have a YouTube channel because it would be one of the greatest channels on YouTube. Right.
Everyone's now saying, "Should we do an intervention?" I know. It's like, Jenny, we've brought you here because it's time to talk.
Well,
Which one are you going to go for? The blue one, the green one, the purple one?
I don't. Here we are. Here's one.
Jenny runs the UK's only A4 sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm going to clean the dust off. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my goodness.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of stuff, and it doesn't always get a good running for many, many months, if
Yeah.
not years.
They go into retirement here where they're allowed to run if they want to and sit around if they want to.
Well, no, I think they want to run. They just
Not all
they
of them.
have to catch my eye. So soft, clean bristle brush, a nice wide one there. This came in a set from the range, and this just happened to be a perfect set for cleaning dust off because it doesn't damage any of the the finish on the model. So anyway, this is William Whitelaw, number 60004. It's a Bachmann model, but it's the most recent tooled Bachmann
She's not
model.
fluffing the A4. Welcome to the Monday Club After Dark.
Really? Who was it who said that?
I'm not telling you that was
Was
Valley's
it-
56XX.
Valley's 56XX. I'm going to do that school teacher thing. Do you remember this when you were in infant school? There we go. Sorry. And the thing is, until you get old and your eyesight goes a bit rubbish,
I know.
you don't realise that actually,
They
when the
couldn't
teacher
see
did
you.
that, they couldn't see you. But it looked intimidating as a small child.
Which is why they did it.
Yes.
Can
But
you use makeup or shaving brushes on the model safely? You can.
yes, as long as they're clean.
Yeah,
Don't
they've got to be clean. Seriously,
Yeah.
this is not a joke.
buy a brand new one and only use it for cleaning. That is your best bet. Otherwise, you'll basically either cover your model with makeup, which, trust me, a bit tricky to get off.
It's really tricky to get back off. Or you'll gunk it up with bits of debris from shaving, and you don't want that. Like, seriously, you don't want that.
Right, so
Les Kirk says, it's your dad.
Oh,
Says, are you
well-
up for the Cumbrian Steam Fair this Saturday?
This
Relive old
Saturday?
memories of HD and Garrett's.
Oh, actually, that's quite tempting. What Cumbria Steam and Vintage Vehicle Society's Cumbria Steam Fair, always on the last full weekend in July. I'm quite tempted, actually. Was that on Saturday? Yeah, I might take you up on that. That'd be quite nice.
There you go.
Right, so hold on. Let me select Loco 6004. There we
Oh,
go.
that is a nice sound.
Well, that's A4 chime whistle. So there we are, just for you. There's an A4. See, you don't get that out of any other
That
channels.
little rail car thing has a green light in its cab.
It's not a rail car. It's a Metropolitan electric.
Well, it's nice, and it's got a
cab light.
it's got a green glow to it. It looks like
green glow.
it looks like it's been haunted by the frickin' Ghostbusters. Oh my goodness! Tell you what, we were up visiting my parents a couple of weeks ago, and I ordered on I think it was Prime Video Ghostbusters, the new one, Frozen Empire, because we all fancied watching it. And you know what? It's one of the best films I've seen in years.
The Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout is great to see. Castle Hill Light Railway. Chris Jones 10.
We've got a question here from Let's Make Tracks TT120.
Okay.
Gandalf, are you there?
Yeah, it should be, because people are
I am
arriving
here,
late.
and of course, a Monday clubber. Stop it! I'll fall. Don't do that. I'm trying to hang on to the ceiling. I don't know why.
He does that.
A
He likes to
Monday-
hang around.
He gets a bit high.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are
That's
they
what
early.
I'm drinking. Not
They
sponsored by
arrive
it.
precisely when they mean to.
Thanks,
Yes.
Gandalf.
I switched my energy supplier from Relentless to Monster. It's the only way I can be. I've been up since 3 this morning. Let's make tracks. TT120. Oh, talking to somebody else. Paul Murphy says hello, Jenny and Zoe. I gave a like. Always much
Thank
appreciated.
you.
And British Rail Enthusiast says thanks, Jenny. Appreciated. You're absolutely welcome.
Yeah, we don't do requests every time because
No, we
sometimes
do-
it's not feasible.
Sometimes it's
But-
if you pardon the pun, it does derail the stream a little bit.
Here and there, yeah.
Mixed Train says I'm never late. I arrived exactly when I meant to. Absolutely.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. Hello, Gronksy, how are you doing? They arrive precisely when they mean to.
It's got his bread jammed. There we go.
No, don't jam and bread.
Oh no. It shuffles the bread to the edge. That's
That's interesting.
yes. Interesting.
He's got a party trick. He can bread shuffle.
Yeah. There we go. Oh,
Bread
what's
shuffle.
what's that say?
Gronk it up, gronk it up, gronk it up.
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes. Oh, right. It's like
The Monday Club Gronk It Up cult is not a cult for legal and tax purposes. Your mileage may vary.
absolutely. Tarocco 00 Railways, great to see you as well. Let's have a
What's
look.
up?
When's the Acura Scale 31 due, says Chris Jones 10. We'll have to summon New Junction. I don't know if he's there. New Junction.
New
New
Junction.
Junction. New Junction. New Junction. Come on. Shop. You've got customers. Jorge Cortez says, hello, Jenny and Zoe from Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, great to
Wow.
see you. Always great to have people in from all around the world. And of course, that is the whole point of the Monday Club, your online model rail club. We're here for everybody, and it's a great place to hang out and talk all things model trains. So welcome along, great to see you. JL Railway says, hey Jenny and Zoe, sorry I'm late. And Q Rail as well says, evening all, hope we're all well. There's a lot of latecomers. Don't forget to hit that like button and consider sharing the stream to social media. And you can also subscribe to the channel. Really great way to keep up to date. It really does help the channel. Ring the notification bell. YouTube will probably ignore you, but at least you can say you did it. You can also find us over on Patreon, and we've got the full range of merch down below. The badges actually doing really, really well.
We really are.
So we're just absolutely humbled by the support that you guys have shown. You've got a whole bunch to post out, and I believe there's even more orders coming in.
I had them all put. I'm up to date unless someone's
No,
bought
you're
them
not.
since we went live.
Somebody said in the chat they've just bought a couple.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Have
I'll
you
get
fa-
them out to you tomorrow.
Tanith Velekwa says, after this, I have to do some work on my layout. One of my cats knocked a factory chimney over faster than the late, great Fred Dibner. Oh, my word. Did you like that? It's what your cat would say if it was Fred Dibner. We're actually just down the road from Fred Dibner's old house. Paul Murphy says, I don't have a model railway. I watch the Monday Club to support it. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Aw,
Let's have a
thank you.
different angle of the dangle. So
For the brew, that is true.
Yeah. Hit the button.
Hit the
Peachy
lever.
TT120 says, Jenny, are you looking forward to being a lady of leisure? I wouldn't quite put it like that. Still got a job, full-time job. And we're still going to be making videos. We're basically saying that the Wednesday video is no longer an every week thing.
Yeah, it's just
Friday
not, it's not
videos,
really
yes.
viable.
Still going to have the Friday videos, still going to have the Monday Club. So there's still a lot of work, but it was starting to become overwhelming. And I want to concentrate more on bigger projects. So I've got a few things that I want to film. And actually, by not having to think about doing a Wednesday video as well, it means that I can put a lot more of my efforts into these builds. I've got some various things that I want to do. I really like
Like
the idea.
helping me actually build my box file out, because I don't know how to safely and properly do track and make sure that the electrics are right.
We can do that. I mean, hopefully you guys have been watching the box file build. It's a great way of getting a small model layout, especially if you're space starved, if you want to try new techniques, you want to model something a bit different that doesn't fit in with your main layout. It's all good stuff. We've got a 3-part series on my box file build. This is for the Monday Club box file project. The idea being that anybody and everybody can build their own box file layout. We chose N-Gauge because it meant you could get a lot more in the small space.
Yeah.
But you can also do 009, so it's a great way to dip your toe in the world of narrow gauge. And talking about that...
To be fair, you could do whatever gauge you want. It's your box file, but in order to plug them together, if we ever get a chance to put loads of these box files together, it kind of needs to be N-Gauge.
Oh my word, Paul Murphy says, I won €190 on the golf yesterday.
Well done.
You must be a great golf player. But
well done.
Well done. So, drinks are on you. Let's Make Tracks TT120 says, RIP Sir Kenneth Grange, father of the HST. Joshua W56 says, hey guys, guess who's in Glasgow for a few days? You? Are you going to Glasgow?
Neil Armstrong.
Gandalf? Gandalf, apparently you're going to Glasgow. I'm just joking.
What have I done?
I've lost my place now. Penn Tullett says, I feel like I'm on a treadmill. Oh, I actually am. Joshua W56 says, I'm doing great today now that I'm out of Ireland for a few days.
Fair enough.
I have to say...
You fell in love with Ireland,
I fell in love with Northern Ireland. I only, in the last few years, started going over with work. And I have to say, thoroughly enjoy the place. It's such a beautiful part of the UK, is Northern Ireland. And driving around, it reminds me a little bit of a sort of a cross between Wales and Scotland. But it is such a beautiful place. I spent a lot of time up the sort of northern coast around Bushmills, Giant's Causeway, places like that. And I can well recommend it if you're wanting to explore a place. You could do much worse than go to Northern Ireland. I thought it was a great place, and the ferry over from the Birkenhead to Belfast Ferry is well worth it. Absolutely. Beverage of choice, Jamie Smith, is Monster Energy drink. And the reason for this is simply I've been up since like 3 this morning, so it just helps power me.
Nick at Blexton High Level says, Zoe, if you want some fun, grab a Daypole N-Gauge Terrier. Absolute cuteness. To be fair, I'm a fan of the Gronks and things like that. Would you pass me a Gronk?
We do have some Gronks, actually. I think Zantec bought you a Gronk.
Zantec did buy me a Gronk.
In fact, Zantec bought you, if I can get it out, it's tucked away there. Zantec bought you that Gronk.
Yes, and it's right here, ready to go. So
Waiting.
This one's lovely.
Watching.
Look at that. This
Judging.
one is
Gronking.
Starlet. I have Ivor as well, don't I? I've
You
got
have,
this chassis for Ivor.
you've got the body. For
Yeah. So we've got a couple of... Oh, look at that hot Gronk on Gronk action. Oh.
Gronk it up!
Gronk it up!
Gronk it up! Hashtag not a cult.
Look how cool and tiny these are. These are going to be so much fun when I get my box file layout done, because I've designed mine to be a little bit of a shunting puzzle. So that'll be fun.
Michael Aldridge says, Jenny, how's the Garden Railway coming on? I mean, it's actually done really well. I filmed a couple of months ago now. This shows just how overworked we've been. I filmed a couple of months ago the next part of the Garden Railway build video. Excuse me. And haven't had a chance to actually edit up the video.
Yeah. I've got a video that's been sat in the...
Can we fix it?
Yeah, for ages, and that's because we've just been so
overworked.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is when you are quite happy to review so many different products, so many companies, big and small, working with various retailers and such like on various things, then things kind of leapfrog in the queue, and we never knowingly turned anything down particularly. And I'm very, very proud of that. You know, we showed things that other YouTube channels wouldn't have done. And actually, ironically, some of the stuff which I thought, you know, I did because people offered the stuff, and I thought, yeah, I'll do that, it'll be different. But it probably won't get many views. Actually got, like, tons of views. So
yeah,
it's
just
really...
shows we never really got what was going on, did we?
Amber Lee Model Railway says, hi, everyone. Sorry for the tardiness.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Somebody said, Zantex says the handrails look like they've been disturbed.
Yeah, unfortunately, at some point, one of us has picked them up wrong. Jen is going to do some quick Gronk fixing action live.
Yeah, I just need to put it back in its receptacle. Take
care, Wamgok. Thank you so much for coming along. Have a great night, and I hope you're all right.
There you go.
That's a very attractive pair of Gronks there. They're great little locomotives, aren't they? They're the best. They're wonderful.
I'm sure that this is one of the ones that's down at Cardiff Tidal. Harry Needle Rail, number 4. Certainly, I think it's number 3 is there. I don't know whether number 4 is. It probably does have an actual 08 tops number. But I'm just actually...
You and your tops numbers.
I tell you what, I'd have a toaster if you put a tops number on it.
You've got a toaster with a tops number on it. You've got 2. One of them's not here today, but you've got it.
Yeah. It's gone to Bredbury. It's visiting family. And getting some muffins.
He's toasting, twiddling his browning knob at you.
Absolutely. So Wamgox had to head off. Look, it's been great having your company. But
Kim1234, thank you so much for joining.
Absolutely, thank you for your support. It is absolutely amazing, and we do appreciate your generosity. If there's any news, incidentally, I'm too sozzled to remember.
Sozzled?
I'm not drunk, just like tired and hot. It's gone very hot. We've got the ex-Tractor fan on full whack. He used to be into Massey Ferguson, but now he just sucks.
The crayon?
No. This was from TMC.
Yeah, I've got to actually edit. There's another thing.
I forgot about that video.
I've got to edit that video for them and send it over.
Oh, yes. Yes, so you're very busy. And this is what I mean. We've got a buffer of about 4 or 5 weeks.
This isn't part of our buffer. This is something I'm sending to them.
Oh, they asked you for it?
No.
Oh,
but we filmed it.
Fair enough. Iron Horse Railway says, no, she has a tops number with a toaster on it. I still need to do a class 10. That's another project I want to do.
Are N-gauge Gronks very expensive? Sorry, I'm going to jump in while this question's there. It depends. Older ones aren't that expensive.
I'm going to jump in here and say steer clear of the older ones because they have completely the wrong chassis, and once you notice it, it will really irritate you.
Also, it's because they're on the older ones, they're not really DCC.
No, you would have
viable.
to hardwire them, but also the giveaway
and that's why they're old.
A real Gronk has outside frames, but the old Graham Farish Class 08 is like the Hornby Railroad 08. It has inside frames, and once you notice this, you won't unnotice it, and it's like, oh, that looks horrible.
It's just one of those things. So yeah, the older ones are pretty cheap because no one's buying them.
Peter Jetson Cheetah he says DCC ones are or can be 200 squids from Backman. Castle Hill Light Railway says got to run now. See you again next week.
So what were you talking about before I jumped in?
Can't remember.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, there. No, it's gone. Something about buildings. Oh, the Garden Railway. Right. Anyway.
How is it?
So it was filmed a couple of months ago. And I just need to put it together. It's one that I have to edit because I've got a particular style for the Garden Railway videos back from when I was trying to be full-time at YouTube. So I did a lot of my own editing as well. to take some of the load off. So we couldn't make that work, as I explained in the video yesterday. It's just YouTube does not pay a huge amount of money, even when you're quite commercially successful like we are. Talking of which, actually,
oh my goodness, did we do the TMC sponsor at the start?
we didn't, but are they still a sponsor? I can't remember. I think it's gone past. Nah, I think we're past the time. I
oh
must
my goodness.
I must chase it up. But
This is why we had to cut back.
We were very overworked, but it's you think you got two people working their bottoms off, and it is really hard. But I've got to edit up the Garden Railway video. That might be one for not this Friday, because this Friday is going to be an exclusive interview with Phil Morley, who is the designer of the Hornbeat Black 5 model. And we're very lucky to be able to sit down and have a chat with him. He's a great guy. He's really full of enthusiasm for the hobby. It was an absolute pleasure to spend a couple of days with him down at Hornby. But we've got an exclusive interview with him coming on Friday. The Metropolitan E-Class from Rapido Trains is going out as a special Wednesday video. I know we normally had like Wednesday videos, but now it's a special Wednesday video. But then maybe next week's Friday video, we'll try and get the Garden Railway video done and edited and out. And that might be quite nice, so that you guys can finally get to see that. Just to give you a sneak peek, I've basically built the station on the Garden Railway. It's called Huggleton on the Hill. The silly name that we dreamt up for it.
Which references, it's like an in-joke in the family, because I collect the little buildings. You know those things you see in charity shops that are all over the place, of tiny buildings. Like, who would have them?
Oh,
I do.
Yeah, the sort of things that were big in the 80s and 90s.
I love them.
What were they called? They had a particular name.
I couldn't tell you what the name was, but
There was
I
like
do
a
know
brand.
there was a name.
There was like a weird brand name. So we nicknamed it Huggleton on the Hearth.
Yeah.
So I went from there and I named my Garden Railway Huggleton on the Hill.
Yep.
There's no station board or anything out there, but that's what it's going to be. Bob Griffin says, Jenny, big hugs from Canada. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, there we go.
Your arms aren't that long.
I know, but they might fit down some of the way in the phone line. But thank you so much. Richard Swiderski says, we'll look forward to Friday video, waiting for the Hornby Black 5 with steam generator. Name a Gamer YT says, Jenny, do you know when APT sound profile is coming out, please? I don't. Honestly, the profiles come through the beta testing group.
Lilliput Lane!
Yes, Lilliput Lane,
thank
that
you.
was it. So actually, you've just reminded me. The one that I've got on beta test at the moment, I'm going to put... It's in... Can I just say, because I find this amusing, Zoe won't realise the significance particularly. This is the Locomotive, an O-gauge Dapol B4. That's what this profile you're about to hear a blast of. I think when Peachy TT120 was here, we may have done a quick blast. But let me just... Right, so select Loco 3089. This is the Class 800. Or as it should be. Oh, it helps.
It helps if you turn it on.
Class 800.
Not bad.
I love the doors on this. So
It does sound a bit weird having electronic door beeps coming out of a steam locomotive.
Yeah. I don't know how to thrash the engines. I don't have the manual in front of me that tells me what everything is. Oh.
That does sound good.
So anyway, I'm going to tell you, because that is quite loud. But there you are, a little sneak peek of
And
the
there's a
Class
Stay
A.
Alive in there as well.
There is it, actually, yes. Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, says, Jenny, can you do a garden railway video whilst drinking a G&T?
I'm sure she
That
could.
was the first video that I ever watched. Obviously, it was 00 at the time, but I thought this is what a relaxing hobby is all about.
Is that the one where the glass was actually on the thing?
I
and
can't
brought round?
remember. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And it was all about like how to enjoy your garden railway.
Yeah.
And yes, Valley's 56XX rivet counters having a fit. Absolutely. Yeah, I should probably do that. Maybe I should do like an overview now that the Garden Railway series has pretty much reached a point where there's nothing left to build. It would just be upgrades, maintenance, and I guess adding to the wildlife.
Okay, Alexander the Great.
There's no worlds left to conquer.
Well, hold on. Hadn't he been to the edge of where he'd been and noticed that there was more stuff? Oh, my word. Thank you so much, Colney123, who's very kindly donated £19.99 on the Super Chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. Says, hi, Jen and Zoe. Best of luck with getting a bit of a break. Cheers, Simon. Oh, thank you so much. That is
You're looking
incredibly
forward to getting your
generous.
hobby back, aren't you?
Yeah, and this is something I touched on in yesterday's video. And it's very easy when you do YouTube to kind of become so sucked into it that you look at everything from the point of view of how do I get a video out of this? You know, you go out to a preserved railway and you see your day out through a camera because you're like this, filming everything. It's like, oh, got to get out. And you can't enjoy it. And then you find yourself, you go, everywhere you go to a show. You can't enjoy the layouts because you're busy filming. You go to a museum, you're busy filming. Everything you do, even on your model railway, it's like, oh, well, I'll do this because I'll get a good video out of it. And actually, you've got to keep something for yourself. Otherwise, it's not a hobby anymore. And one of the things I want to do is actually just do some modelling projects that I don't film.
Yeah, and that I think is the thing. Like for example, I've got the model building and painting. I've got my Warhammer stuff. We're starting a wargaming channel, but it's only going to be one video a month because I want my hobby to be a hobby.
Just into Cole Hockett, great to see you. Hope you're well. Degree of lateness there. I think. Hold on, let me wake up Gandalf. There we go.
The Monday Clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
But like I say, because only one a month, because I want to keep my hobby as a hobby, even though I wanted to talk about it on a channel.
Yeah.
And I think you need something like that.
Oh,
yourself.
absolutely. Mark Wood says, "Don't burn yourself out. Take a break." That's definitely. Cole Hockett says, I hope you get some enjoyment back in your hobby. Absolutely. And don't forget, everybody, a really great thing you can do to help the channel is hit that like button. Consider sharing it to social media. And if you've not already done so, then do please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because even though YouTube will ignore you, you can say, well, I did all I could. And don't forget, you can check us out over on Patreon, and also we've got channel memberships and a full merch store down below, and the pin badges as well. Have we posted a link to the pin badges?
Ham Shackleton posted a link.
Ham Shackleton, thank you so much.
And I pinned it. I pinned the link to the pin badges.
It's
pins all the way down.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing really well. Our plan for the pin badges is we're looking into a few other small designs that we can add to the range, so watch this space. And our idea for the Monday Club ones is we really do like that design. It's good as a kind of a headboard design as well. So when this batch runs out, what we will do is we'll reorder it, but with a different background colour. So it becomes a really nice collectible for people, because we will never repeat a colour.
Q-Rail says, it's easy to make a small fortune with YouTube. You just start with a big fortune. That is so true.
That was the joke about motor racing. It's like, how do you make a small fortune in motor racing? Start with a big one.
Yes.
Going to the dogs.
Iron Horse, I'm happy to take you up on that. There's some stuff that I've been watching. Have you seen Zorpa Zorp? Seriously,
Anyway,
if you haven't, have a look.
Come on,
And
you
this
two,
will-
get a room.
No, this will work for model railways as well, because he's not a one that does stuff about actually what the figures are like or anything like that. He's all scenic. And some of the techniques he uses will work so well on a model railway. So
I'm going to change the angle of the dangle.
go for it.
I pressed that button, and why is it not working?
It is
But look,
weird.
our Stream Deck has gone weird. There we are. Oh, look, it's got...
Yeah, because everything is slow. Oh look! Oh look! Your device needs to restart to install updates.
Well, it can sit on my raised middle digit. Pim1234 says Jenny never listens to the things Zoe is saying and starts to talk in the middle of a story.
Yeah, she does.
Yes,
She's
yes,
a bugger
I'm
for it.
guilty as charged.
You've been watching MS Paint a lot, yes.
What's
MS Paint is amazing.
Yes, I know Gronksy. I know. I do listen to Gronksy.
I loved MS Paint's one about modelling in the 90s style, like when Warhammer Fantasy Battles was still the big thing and 40k was only on its second edition. How he made some burial mounds from just bits of cardboard and a small amount of foam was amazing.
Tanith Veliqua says the Monday Club, better for your mental health than a sock full of medication. That's right, you don't need gurus or therapists or anything like that.
Or a sock being whirled around someone's heads and then smacking into you full of medication, which is what he's talking about.
Is that what the kids are calling a half house brick these days?
Mark Wilson, oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, you didn't have to, but thank you so much.
Someone's noticed that the TARDIS is in entrance into Upper Tunnel Portal.
No. Oh, thank you so much,
It's
Mark
not.
Wilson. Wax through
I'm
the
sorry to
DeLorean.
say, it's actually not in the
incredibly
Upper Tunnel
kind
Portal.
of you.
It's in the Lower Tunnel Portal.
Ooh,
It was behind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to the inner circle of pedantry.
It was
We have
behind the
semicolons
chat
to
all
use.
along.
Has that camera been knocked? Says Leslie Gilpin Railways.
Yes, actually it has.
Oh.
Because we can see the ceiling instead of the tunnels.
I've missed the comment, but somebody did say that it was they absolutely
Comment, Mr. Comment.
they absolutely heard where I was coming from with my video yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they've done exactly the same. And I think there's a lot of people who found that the YouTube treadmill is just overpowering and it's not good for mental health.
The algorithm is not our friend.
No, because it's basically run by AI, and it's the same algorithm that takes people down these rabbit holes.
Yes.
That causes so much issue, especially with adolescents who, trying to find their feet in the world, and then they get sucked down a rabbit hole, and it's not good.
It really isn't, because we don't want people to feel awful. And that's exactly what will happen with the way the old algorithm puts out this stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's very important. You need to keep an aspect of your hobby purely for yourself. Otherwise, quite frankly, you will get burnout as well.
You will.
And we've managed like 6-7 years,
but
being
only because
here
there's
for you
two
guys.
of us bouncing between each other.
Yeah.
So that we share the load.
But I've got loads of great ideas for things I want to do. I've been watching a lot of... I forget his channel name. There's a couple of channels that cover Javanese sugarcane railways. And it's just great to watch. There's so much inspirational stuff. I actually really want to make a model of a Javanese sugarcane railway. I think that would be amazing. It's something I've never particularly seen modelled, certainly here in the UK.
How big would this model be?
Probably about the size of Myneth Tatus is how I do it.
That would be interesting, yeah.
So, it's all ideas like that. I've got a few other great ideas. I'm actually really excited about being able to film, and by dropping a
And you know
regular
what?
Wednesday video.
You know what? I have not heard you say that for so long.
Yeah.
That you're excited to film something.
Yeah, and I think I've got some. I don't really want to say because might suddenly find there's another channel going. Oh yes, we're taking notes. Oh, we'll try and get in there. But I've got a really, really great idea for a video that I think a lot of people will find incredibly useful. And I'm actually, again, looking forward to producing that. Robin Silwa says, my middle name is Alexandra. It's a nice name. Nice name.
Jenny keeps joking that her middle name is Danger, but it's not because I wouldn't let her change it.
She wouldn't let me change my name, my middle name.
It's bad enough that you signed your depot on the 1st of April.
With hindsight, that was
not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Spent 2 years after that explaining to people that it wasn't an April Fool. Cole Hockett says, I have found your tutorial videos over the years very useful, especially on electronics. Thank you so much. Ironically, I mean, I'll level with you. Electronics, soldering, that kind of thing was always the part of the hobby which I found the most challenging. And I think there's always something in the hobby that any individual goes, oh, I'm not really looking forward to that. Ballasting is a perennial one as well. A lot of people say, I hate ballasting. And yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I actually really enjoy it. But for me, wiring and electronics and soldering was a chore. Which is one of the reasons that I've tried to show people how I've got through it, and also what products have made things a lot easier for me. And in the process of that, I mean, let's not forget, we've been doing, I think this YouTube channel's been going more than about 15 years.
I can actually look it up.
Yeah. Quite honestly, on that journey of actually producing how-to guides, I've actually become a really good solderer. It's something I thought it was like a voodoo black art, but actually soldering is really, really simple. And once you fold your head around the basics, it opens up so many possibilities. So I get where you're coming from. The electronics videos might not be as sexy as reviewing models and stuff, or doing something like laying grass, things that that looks really nice. Then
your
nonetheless,
first video was 13 years ago.
13.
2nd of January 2011.
The first video that's still on the channel.
That would be the first model train one is the 23rd of February 2011.
Yeah, but you remember we used to have stuff from the radio studio from our illustrious career in broadcasting.
We did. That's why the Happy New Year one. That's the oldest one.
Yeah.
Is the
whole thing was that, and the problem was that when YouTube started to flag up background music,
which it never should have done,
as copyright infringement, all of the stuff that we'd recorded over the years on our Saturday morning radio show, because we're in the studio, so you've got speakers on to monitor what's going on, so you can hear where the song's up to, stuff like that, or you can hear the feed from IRN for the news, so you know roughly when you need to come back in, all that kind of good stuff. And it just started flagging them all up, so we just deleted the lot of them. Warbler Production says, my channel started on the 20th of December 2006. First video was 2 years later. I
got in fairly early because, unfortunately,
I think my account is definitely at least 2009 because
with me, I was there on YouTube pretty much from the start, but getting an account wasn't required when you first started chatting. In the comments section, you didn't have to have an account.
Yeah, I think the problem was they had so many trolls that it was a way of trying to combat trolling.
So my account starts later.
Cole Hockett, absolutely. Without electronics, you have no railways. Absolutely.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just reading through the comments. Dave Scott Railway says the sugarcane railway on St Kitts was quite rocky. Or it might have been the rum punch. Phil Yates says, I learnt solder building radios when I was 13, way back in 1973. And I have to, we come back to this about why this is the greatest hobby in the world. Quite simply, all the skills that you learn, which can be transferred to other walks of life. And yes, soldering is a great skill, and the number of things that I've been able to repair because I can solder over the years, and getting good at soldering has really helped a lot. But I started trying to solder things when I was at school. They tried to teach us. I wasn't very good at it, but it did allow me.
They tried to teach me as well. They regretted that soon enough.
Yeah, but I did end up, things like, I remember repairing my SoundLab DSM-20 DJing sound mixer desk. And I had a dry solder joint on one of the audio channels. And I remember soldering that. And you think, what would somebody who couldn't solder, who didn't even know where to begin with soldering, have done? They'd have had to have thrown it away, I guess.
Or found someone who could fix it.
Yeah.
Everyone should know a guy, basically.
Yeah, and if you don't know that guy, then it's probably
if you don't know that guy, you have to be that guy.
Yeah.
Everyone needs that guy.
But also, can I just say, soldering too. I repaired the dashboard on my classic car because I could solder, and repaired. I had a fuel gauge that stopped working. It's a dry solder joint, but I was able to fix that. Hello, Raymond Anthony 127. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Don't forget, everybody, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. It's a great way to help out the channel, as is sharing the video to social media. And if you haven't already done so, do subscribe to the channel, and you'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up.
So the first of our videos for tonight is actually some photos.
Oh, pin badges. So Zoe, Jenny, Topsy, and Grogsy. Always excited. Thank you very much for the pin badges that came in today's post. They are great. They didn't arrive late, nor were they early. They arrived precisely when they meant to. That's great. So we've got 3 photos here
from his layout, Stevenson's Halt.
See you later, Peachy
TT120. Thank you so much for coming along.
Oh yeah,
have a great night. But oh my goodness!
Oh wow, that is really nice. The background,
I thought that was real.
The photographic background really is great. I like your footbridge as well. Is that it's not a horn. Is that a Hornby 001 that's being weathered? If not, I'm curious what kit you've used, because I do like that footbridge.
I'm recognising some of the pieces from the one you've got. It's almost as if he's made it himself.
I don't know, but I do like that. The photographic background and the lighting really works on this. And of course, as well, we've got a crowded station platform. It reminds me a little bit of the Settle station platform when we were filming.
Yes.
That's another video which should be in the buffer waiting to
I recognise that church.
Yeah,
that's one of my favourite Metcalf kits to build. It was such a pleasure to put that together.
I like the way as well. You notice the clever choice of static grass to kind of blend the foreground into the back scene.
It really works. This is so good.
Absolutely. So lovely layout here.
Yeah, a nice humped and clumped bits of ballast. So you've got mud in the middle.
I'm looking at the terrain there. Really great choice.
I like this, the way that goes.
With the grass and the bushes, but it's kind of complementing the colours and the structuring of the greenery in the back scene to blend it all together. Can we see the
photos too, says Dave Holloway?
Should be able to.
I don't know. He's retracted the. I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know, he might be watching us on a bit of a delay.
Could be. But here's
thank you so much, Railway Rob. Very generously donated £5.
There is definitely a delay from when I'm putting my hand in.
Yeah, it's quite a delay.
That'll be it.
Can't see where the hill ends and the background starts.
This
and
is
that's the whole
really
point.
Well done.
Raymond Legg says could be a Merit footbridge that's been painted, and J. Paul Anderson says nice layout. Oh, thank you so much.
Now here's the little thing. I love this. I'm going to talk about this at length.
That is a lovely
Sorry.
church, can I just say?
Yeah, that's the Metcalfe Church, the Metcalfe Parish Church, I believe it is. This here is part of the church build.
It's like a parish notice board.
Yeah, and in Engage, you can read what's on it.
Yeah, a lot of these, the printing quality is that good.
Metcalfe's quality
Big hello
print
to
is
show.
so good.
It's great to see you. I hope you're well.
So thank you so
Hereford
much for
Martin
sending that
as
in.
well. Mark Wood says, I can do ordinary soldering like a plug, but a bit worried about white metal kit soldering. I'll be honest, I've never tried a white metal kit soldering. You do need to be careful not to melt the white metal.
I have a horrible feeling that if we try and run any videos, it's going to go wrong. But we're going to try.
Okay, well, should we do all the photos first, if there's photos there?
The next up is Mark Wilkes with, I thought I'd share some footage filmed from the station area of Caithness on the Pentland Junction.
Ooh,
Sounds
looking
good,
forward.
doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope this works.
I'm just going to spend some quality time with my biggest fan.
What you like. So let's hope. Nope, look at this. It's already going off. We are not going to be able to do the videos tonight, are we? This is not going to work.
No,
this is ridiculous.
I think, yeah, I've
what
gone. Look.
I know you have because I can't turn this off. I've pressed the button and it's not letting me.
So really sorry with this. We've got a huge issue.
I don't know what the hell Windows thinks it's doing.
The usual. There we are. We're kind of back. Mark Wilson, the wax for the DeLorean, says my fear of modelling is foliage. I can't do it.
So I'm
now,
sorry.
There's the thing.
We're not doing the videos tonight. I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry.
This is
look
ridiculous.
Yeah, listen to me. Have a look and see if there's any more photos we can.
I've just closed the thing because it was slowing us down that much.
Really sorry. We're getting a few issues here with Windows.
We're gonna have to do a virtual tour next week.
Mark Wilson, I'm very surprised you say that, but it's like I always say. There's always something that you really enjoy doing. Clearly, buildings and stuff is like. You're the man. But foliage, I actually prefer and feel more comfortable doing things like trees, bushes, and grassland. I actually find doing the buildings quite tricky. What are you trying to grab there?
These.
Oh yeah, the little flowers.
Scenics.
World Scenics. So why are you passing me these?
Because you're the one that's on screen. So I was thinking, if you have problems with foliage,
Poppies.
These might help.
So
they're little clumps.
They're clumps. They're like ready-made flowers and stuff. So there's poppies. These ones are daffodils. And then we've also got heather. I use these a lot, actually. The heather ones you'll have seen in the box file build. So if you'd like to put them back where you found them.
I will, but I thought, given that's what we're talking about, it'd be really interesting.
Raymond Legg says, Max Headroom has taken over the camera. Yeah, Max Headroom's let himself go. Warbler Production says, I'd suggest having a special Monday club in a couple of weeks where the whole show is dedicated to videos.
We might have a virtual model railway show.
Yeah.
As long as nothing major happens in the industry.
Funnily enough, I think that part of the reason is that Microsoft has been banging out updates because of the CrowdStrike thing to try and basically make it so that can't happen again. Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, says static grass gives me nightmares. I need to see a counsellor. Oh wow, I really enjoy doing the static grass because I always find that the grassland looks amazing so quickly.
To be
I
honest
actually
with
really
you,
enjoy doing it.
Next time you're at a
We
show,
should get together. We could do a layout. You do the buildings and stuff, and I'll do the grass.
Mark, next time you're at a show, grab War World Scenics. It is them that does the...
Martin at War. Tell him I sent you, and he'll do a demonstration.
Yeah.
And it'll show you how you can get great results every
or
time.
Jen can tell you. Yeah. She's a
Richard,
popper, isn't she? Getting in
Richard
there.
Swiderski said Max Headroom used to watch that program. Everyone
used to watch that. I used to watch that.
It was
with
the
my
80s.
grandparents.
It was the 80s. There was only 4 channels. In fact, actually, at the start of the 80s, there was only 3 channels.
If it wasn't Max Headroom, it was the A-Team. If it wasn't the A-Team, it was Land of the Giants.
Knight
if it
Rider.
wasn't Land of the Giants, it was Knight Rider. And if it wasn't Knight Rider, it was Little House on the Bloody Prairie.
Oh, God, yes. And do you remember when the BBC... we've wandered into memory lane and accidentally got mugged. But yeah, do you remember when the BBC used to, during the day, say, and now we will have some pages from CFAX.
Yeah, because they weren't showing any stuff and people weren't watching.
Yeah, during the day you'd have just pages from CFAX, which is like basically like being on a bulletin board, just text.
Yeah.
Would come up on screen. You had no control over it, and they put on some kind of lift music, and that's what your TV channel was showing. Oh, Mark Wilson says you love The Art of Noise. Actually, I tell you what. What is it? The Seduction of Claude Debussy by The Art of Noise. Search out that album, listen to it, love it. You're welcome.
And your parents' house, the staple diet was Coronation Street or Casualty. I used to love Casualty.
I remember
Watched it every week.
I loved the music, but that's with the sound of like a respirator. It's almost like Darth Vader was laying down some sick bass line for them.
And that brilliant episode.
DJ K666, absolutely Dukes of Hazzard. Going to the dogs, Daisy Dukes. An Airwolf. Robert Dave. We really are in memory lane, getting mugged with our rose-tinted glasses on. Dave Scott Reynolds. I remember the Potter's Wheel. Do you remember some of the idents on ITV? And they'd kind of linger on them for ages to cover up the fact they didn't have a full day's worth of programming. I remember the Anglia one. It's like somebody had been down to an antique shop and got this knight on a horse.
That freaking knight, yeah.
And it would just slowly rotate. And what was the thing? Heartbeat with Tony Hart.
Yeah.
But now, let's take a look at some of your work in the gallery. And actually, I'll be honest with you, that was the inspiration in part for when we show your stuff. And Morph.
Morph was great.
I love Morph. That was when Nick Park got his big break.
Yes.
John Copping says, what about the Highwaymen with Simon Jones and the truck that turned into a helicopter? I don't remember that one.
The Highway...
Blake's Miami Vice! Oh, yes.
Used to work in the admissions at University Hospital Cardiff. You hated Casualty.
Yeah. Casualty. No, it's Holby City is what they filmed down at.
Holby City's the offshoot.
You know, they filmed that in Cardiff, and it's very strange when you go to the BBC Cardiff, because Casualty's right next door to Pobl Cwm. Which is like the Welsh language.
They probably use the same hospital set if they need it.
Absolutely, and I suspect that Casualty occasionally uses the village street in Pobl Cwm. Emergency Ward 10, gosh. MacGyver.
We need to jump back out of...
okay, so we need to, we
can't
caution,
take it back to the
Jenny,
past.
it's reversing. Got to do a 3-point turn and get out of memory lane. Caution, Jenny is reversing.
Get up to 88 miles an hour.
Woo! Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we just got everybody suggesting all their things from their childhood.
Oh man, $6 million man.
Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
Has anybody seen New Junction, by the way?
New Junction. New Junction. New Junction.
Hashtag not a cult. For legal and tax purposes, New Junction is not a cult.
Although he's also not affiliated with us. Honest.
Yes. Although I'm sure he'd be happy for any money you'd like to send his way. We can't. We tried the video.
Rich Devil, you guys should try the video. We tried and it completely knackered the show. Yeah. We really want to because it's a major part of the show, but we can't.
Sequest DSV. I always found that a bit.
It depends on which season that you're talking about, because the producers really messed them around. Not the producers, the network.
Oh, yeah,
messed
Harry.
them about.
Tis was Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday. It's Tis was day. And the multicoloured Saturday swap shop.
The multicoloured swap shop, yes.
With Noel Edmonds, beard and flares and all.
Saturday Superstore.
Yeah, I remember that. Rhubarb and custard.
We should stop now.
Yeah. Babylon 5. You watched that still. You got the complete Babylon 5.
Babylon 5's good.
Mark Wilson, the wax through the DeLorean, says, New Junction, I'll just throw the ball over the fence. Sometimes he throws it back. Oh, I like that. 57305 Northern Princess. So I was waiting for someone to mention Cagney and Lacey. Oh, and Dallas. John Edwards says the BBC did a show with Bob Symes about building model railways. Yes. Yes. Oh, and the Crackerjack pencil. Pencil and...
The flumps. Who remembers the flumps?
Yeah. Oh, Camoon, Jacques Cousteau, scuba diving.
So should we get back to model trains since we can't do the videos?
Rockford Files. Oh, I love Rockford. Sorry.
Rockford Files is good.
I once actually, when I was a guest one time on What's Neat This Week, I did actually say to them, I said, I love you guys' accents, and they're like, well, it's just like, just normal around here. And I went, yeah, but from my point of view, you sound all really cool, like you're in an episode of the Rockford Files. And
they couldn't stop laughing, could they?
They found that hilarious.
Yeah. You sound cool, like you're from a show that hasn't been on TV for 30 frickin' years.
I know, but like from their point of view, I probably sound like I'm in an episode of Poirot or Miss Marple.
Yeah.
Railway Roundabout, a great programme. Sarah Davis says one of the flumps looked like Compo from Last of the Summer. Why? It was probably the guy went, yeah, that looks all right. We'll do that. Yeah, I remember Chips. Californian Highway Patrol Service.
Button Moon.
We're off to Button Moon. Come
we'll
back
follow
soon,
Mr. Spoon. Button Moon.
Come back soon.
Button Moon. Button Moon.
And it was blatantly a Heinz baked bean tin, but with the Heinz carefully
and a
painted
funnel on the top.
Yeah. It's like, good luck keeping that airtight. It's like...
I really want to do a
Hereford Martin suggests perhaps we could do a swap shop like Noel Edmonds.
It'll be interesting. I've seen it done with retro games. It can work as a show, but you've got to be on the ball if you're running that, because you've got to be able to track where everything's going and whether people got it. And I tell
you who could probably pull that off, Mr. Biffo, with their digitizer. That he would do it. Gonna hit a strike here. This is fine. I'll be honest, it'd be a miracle if we get a copyright strike off my singing. I'm going to change the angle of the thing.
Go for it.
Pressing the button. Oh, it moved over a lot quicker that time.
Yeah, because we're not being screwed over by
Do you want to try a video or two?
I will try a video again.
We're going to try a video now.
Let's see what happens.
So, oh yeah, I remember the Tomorrow People.
Oh my goodness, the Tomorrow People actually was recommended to me on the grounds that they managed to predict the future.
Oh. Jamie and the Magic
can't remember
Torch.
what they were supposed to have predicted.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh my goodness. Let's stop with that now.
Do you know what I'm going to do this evening?
I
am going to binge watch 80s kids TV.
Battle of the Planets. Ulysses. No one
take him home before he wheezes.
Ulysses.
Right,
His favourite meal is pie and peas.
Yeah, the Magic Roundabout. It's like, yeah, I love Magic Roundabout. Time for bed, somebody.
It's amazing they managed to make it work, the Magic Roundabout, considering it was just a couple of guys trying to work out what some French animators were doing.
Yeah, it was actually, they took a French program and redubbed it whilst not actually having any idea what the original script was.
Yeah. Right,
So,
I'm hoping this is going to work.
It looks like it might be working.
It might be working a bit better, yes.
Yeah, so...
it's not great.
If I go all max headroom, bear with us.
Because I'm going to put my hand into the shop now. And
oh, there we are. We're
okay,
good.
it might be okay.
Yeah.
So we've got this from Mark Wilkes, who of course is Zantech. He says, thought I'd share some footage filmed from the station area of Caithness on Pentland Junction.
Iron Horse Railway says Nightmare has entered the chat. Will you stop
Nightmare
goosing
Zoe? Good. So good. It was
right.
The best.
Are we ready?
I remember my dad and I sat and watched it, and we're like, "This is
Actually,
amazing.
this
We've never
is
seen
kind of
anything like this
working
before."
now. So videos are working now that Windows has stopped its downdating.
Warbler, I haven't forgotten Doctor Who. I just don't regard it as an old show because it's still going.
There we go. Gronk it up. Gronk it. Come on, join in.
Gronk it up. Gronk it up. Gronk it up.
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes.
Pim1234 says, is Patreon something else than being a member? Yes, it is.
It is, yes.
They're separate
yes.
things.
That's how you get your name at the end of the videos.
Yep.
So there are tiers, but what we would say to people, if you feel
if you're
really,
on one, don't feel like you have to do
we always say never feel obliged.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't ever feel like you're being put on the spot for money.
Yeah.
And this goes for all YouTube channels.
Oh, every YouTuber. Inside the model railway groups and out.
Yeah, if you're joining membership of a channel and they start hitting you up for lots more stuff, then maybe you should say something.
Yeah.
Never feel obliged to give anybody money.
Yeah.
But there was a point to what I was wittering on about. No, we do technically have tiers, but if you're really feeling like you really want to drop 100 quid a month, we apparently send you some stuff.
I've got to change that because at the moment it's a 20 and the postage alone has taken up more than that.
Yeah, well, I'll let you deal with that.
And there's only one guy in it, so Tim, we're going to be changing that.
Yeah, we need to send him a big gift parcel.
We do.
Did you send his pin badges?
Yeah, they've been sent.
Oh, good.
I'm up to date with all of the pin badges, except the ones that came in while we're on the air.
Have we had many come in today?
Not a lot.
All right.
This is really
Don't
nice.
Don't forget, actually, can I just say, pin badges, when they're gone, the design changes. So if you want the blue pin badge, let me try and... Oh, that's a... For some reason, I got a fell there. And another fell. And...
Has it fell over?
Why have I got loads of fells? Oh, there we go. Right. So if you want the blue Monday Club badge, pin badge, then this batch only will be blue. The next batch, we've already decided they'll be green. Each time the batch sells out, we will be changing the background colour. We also want to do some... we're trying to figure out how we can do a nice little Gronk It Up pin badge. I think that'll be quite popular.
I've got to completely redesign the Gronk It Up
thing.
Yeah,
you can't have it too busy, otherwise it just doesn't
it'll just
work.
look a mess. This is a really nice layout.
Absolutely.
There's so much going on.
This is N-Gauge, by the way.
Yeah, this is N-Gauge.
N-Gauge. Aaronville says, my friend's dad, Spencer Chapman, was set designer on some old black and white Doctor Who's and Z-Cars.
Nice.
I met some actors on some films when I helped him paint and make sets with him in Norfolk. Oh, wow, that is pretty cool. He didn't happen to save any of the film cans, did he, from the missing serials?
I wish
BBC would love to get some of the missing episodes back.
For those asking where they get the badges, there is a pinned comment from Ham Shackleton, which
up
has
at the
the
top
link
of the chat
to order the badges.
Although incidentally, you might want to put that in the chat from time to time because anybody who's watching on a TV won't be able to see that.
Okay. What's happened there?
I think the video ends.
Oh, thank God. I pressed a button and I thought I'd broken everything. Thank you so much, Zantec, for that. That was really good.
Thank you
so I'm
so
going to grab
much.
that comment, that thing there.
Yeah.
And put that into the chat. So this is Zantec's video.
So pin badges for each region, says Dave Scott Rose. Yeah, I mean, what we say is that basically...
Ham Shackleton, thank you for doing the pin badge link again. That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Excellent. I think it's just a case of I don't think it's there at the top for anybody watching on like if you're using a smart TV or something. I don't think it shows you the pin stuff.
Yeah.
But certainly, yeah. What I might say actually is because one of the things that we do is when we have occasional guests here, we give them a pin badge. We should actually keep a little stash of the blue ones. So that people who are guests always get the blue ones.
You know, we've only got a certain amount.
I know that, but if we keep back, say, 20 or 30 of them,
How many people you're invited to my house?
I don't know.
I've got to cook dinner for these people.
Oh, can I just say, right, anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I do love these sea-link ferries.
So, if you want to press the button, this is from Clive Cobbold,
deliver.
and this is his layout, which is really nice.
I love these sea-link ferries.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something you often see modelled, but it's really well done. Very evocative of like the 1970s and 80s period.
I love the texturing on his water as well.
Oh yeah, water's a very fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I've done videos on waterfalls, casting ponds, that kind of things, ditches. There's lots of different techniques, and they're all worth giving a go to. And certainly, I thoroughly enjoy doing water features. James Petts says maybe you should have a special JK badge used in the same way as the Blue Peter badges.
I wish showing a JK badge would get you into places for free, but I doubt we could arrange that.
Well, actually, I mean, what we could say, I mean, why not? Why don't we approach various shops and see if it's feasible? And then it would simply be a case of we could have a JK pin badge, so the JK logo.
Yeah.
And we'll have a batch of those made, and anybody who is a member of the here in the Monday Club will be there'll be like a secret link that we'd only share in the Monday Club chat. And then if you went into a shop wearing one of those pin badges, they'd give you like a discount. It'd be like its very own discount code. We might be able to sort something out. Give us
I'm leaving that entirely to you.
I think that might be something we can have a think about, a jolly good think about.
Right on Track says, a cooked dinner for visiting, so when do you want Model U to come up? Whenever you're available.
I'll be honest, actually, yeah.
Seriously,
if
the only reason that
Model U wants to come and be on the Monday Club, that'd be great. But I don't know where Model U are based.
And seriously, the only
Bristol,
reason...
is it Bristol? Yeah, it's... Sorry, if I don't
go
talk,
go for
I'll
it.
forget.
It's your show.
I think Model U is based down in Bristol, and it might be a bit far to travel. I know Ollie from Wardle Road, Wardle Restorations, has travelled up, but it was quite an epic trip.
Yeah, and I gave him a cooked dinner as well.
Yeah,
but he hadn't tried corn before.
We always offer a cooked dinner.
The only reason what we didn't with Peachy is because he turned up at a time when he said he was already going to have had his dinner and he was coming just before the show started.
Yeah,
so
Mark
that's
Wilson's
the only reason he didn't
Bristol.
get it.
Yeah, confirmed Bristol. But yeah, if Model U are watching, we'd love to have you on as guests. It's just obviously we are well aware that we're quite a distance. So,
yeah. These are amazing. The Sea-Link ferry actually opens, and you can roll things in and out.
I mean, what would be really nice is having one of those, the actual ones that you could drive trains onto, and then you could use it as a bit of a fiddle yard.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So you got storage sidings in the ship. I think that'd be pretty cool. So next slide, please.
That's oh no, there is another one.
Yeah, I know there is. I can see the arrow.
Oh,
look at the wake.
That is great.
I like the wake there.
I wonder what he's made it out of. Because if you look on the previous things, it's not there. So how's he done that?
Is the wake underneath the ship? So you can move the ship to make it look like it's leaving, but when it's further back, it's actually sat on top of that, so you can't see it.
Maybe, yeah. It's very clever, though.
Warbler Production says, I got pizza when I visited. Oh, yes.
Yep.
And James Petts says, I'd love to see you have an interview with Molly. Absolutely. Oh, Ollie is getting married on the 1st of August. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
So, yeah.
A line of dancing rodents. A congratulations.
Oh. So, good on him. We've met his fiance a few times actually. Lovely girl.
Yeah.
So I think that's
unless
it's
really... changed, in which case, whoops.
Zantek says perhaps have the ships animated so one train drives in, the ship departs, then the other one pulls in.
A lot of work, but it could be done.
I've seen it done, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially to make it work reliably.
Right. We are now at 5-2.
And we've got
We've got time for one more. And this is going over the wonderful Glenfinnian
Glenfinnan Viaduct, typical Scottish weather. So basically,
from Andrew Rennie.
So the liquid sunshine was coming down.
Liquid sunshine.
Oh, an advert for Lanogard. I have to say, it's reminded me. I probably will need to put some of that underneath my Volvo. But
oh my goodness, this is giving me travel sickness.
Is it?
Mm.
Well, don't look
Bring
at
up the thing.
Hit the
Here we
lever.
go.
Whoa! I see what you mean.
Oh, immediately it's like, well, my brain can't cope.
Yeah, I see what you mean about the liquid sunshine there. I mean, it's dramatic scenery.
It really is.
It can be quite tricky filming from a train, especially when there's stuff like that very close to the train. But oh, look, there's the viaduct.
Oh, how have you modelled this so accurately? That's amazing.
Yeah. And Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, says, I've worked with Model U on a few things. Brilliant company. Yeah, ditto. And you can...
I've driven over this in Forza Horizon 4.
Yes, I know.
I raced the Flying Scotsman.
Like a complete hooligan.
Damn right.
Absolutely all the best to Ollie and his fiancée.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. And Griffey, yes. Lanogard, used Lanogard on my Honda step wagon. It's good stuff. Yeah, I need to do something like that on my Volvo. I think it's about time I had the underside of my
so
Volvo
much for that.
professionally sorted and protected. So there we go. And I can't believe it. We're at the end of 2 hours already. So if you haven't already done so, do remember to hit that like button, share the stream, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Check us out over at Patreon. You can become a channel member. There's loads and loads of ways you can support the channel.
Thank you for sending
buying
that
the pin badges. The next Monday Club Wagon, we need to work on it. We are kind of at the thinking stage. We need to actually get templates. We're going to go with, hopefully, with a Daypole wagon. And my thoughts are actually something like a rectangle. It's a bit different.
So the answer's Daypole.
The answer may well be Daypole.
Amazing.
Going to the dogs has got to head off as well. So look, we know it's a school night for many, many people.
Yep.
Not for me, because I negotiated every Tuesday off work.
Yeah, she gave the work to me instead.
So look, it's only just got time for me to say thank you all for coming. But don't lament if you wish to stay up a bit later. Your live streaming goodness does continue with Gamehammer Classic Gaming's All Request Monday with our very own Cupboard Monkey, and you'll get a prompt to just automatically move over to that stream. What are you playing tonight?
Whatever people want. It's the All Request Monday, but we are starting out with Daytona.
Can I recommend FIFA 2012?
FIFA 2012.
Yes.
You can recommend it. Are you requesting it because it's the All Request
I'm requesting FIFA 2012
Okay.
on PS2.
Okay.
Because is that the one that was it 2012 or 2010 that we reckoned was probably the peak of the FIFA?
To be fair, it depends on what you want. Out of simulationist, it's probably 10 to 12. For more arcade, it's 2006.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm going to say FIFA 2012. But if you want to request a specific game, if the Cupboard Monkey has it, then get your requests in.
Thank you, Ham Shackleton. I really appreciate that.
Yes, she does. Cheerio, Derek L, Chobberton Junction, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Flammerchan, One Name a Gamer, YT, Sue, Putnam Junction, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Ruben Ashwell, Tanith the Veliqua. It says, thank you for a lovely show, ladies. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
joining us.
Thank you for coming along.
And thank you, everybody, very generously donated on the Super Chat and the PayPal.me and all our new channel members. So, like I said, we've got a special video. The Wednesday video is now a special video this week. And that's because we wanted to do a review on the Metropolitan E-Class from Rapido Trains.
The moment we announced that we're going down to one a week, it's like, no, we got a special.
Yeah, but it's not going to
I'm working until like 5 a.m. to make sure this is all
Friday's video is an exclusive interview with the designer of the all-new tooled Hornbeat Black 5. That's Phil Morley, who's an amazing guy who is incredibly passionate about the hobby.
His passion for that model in particular came across so much while we were talking to him.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
amazing.
So it would be really interesting to watch that, sitting down, having a chat with the designer of Hornby's all-new tool, Black Fine. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, and the Cupboard Monkey, and Gandalf, and Gronksy, and the Tumble of Clowns. And the Strappler. And what about his mate with the trombone? So that you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
The train now departing at the 2100 service to Butts Farting, stopping at Bolton Trinity Road, Minith Tatis, Tatis Newydd. That unnamed there, that Jenny said had a name, but it turned out it didn't. Boxton on File, Huggleton
On the hill.
Eindhoven, Pittsburgh somehow, and then on to, then Packham on the back, and then on to Butts Farting. That's the 2100 service to Butts Farting. Please remember, all change at 3 cocks for Lord Hereford's knob. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night. Jenny, how much gronk would a mega gronk if a mega gronk gronks?
Quite a bit, actually. Jenny, you on yet? Okay. Right now. Richard Swiderski, yes, that is the CPC Barclay. It's actually the one that I bought and then reviewed, and consequently Hatton sold out of it first, which apparently was a bit of a surprise to them. They thought that some of the other liveries would prove more popular, but I guess the selling power of the Jenny is strong in this one. I did the same with the P-Class in the Austerity Grey. Okay, will do. So I've just received word from Gamehammer Classic Gaming that the live stream is just about ready for you guys. So from me and everybody here at Wearyard, from Topsy, actually no, Topsy's in Bradbury, but from Gronksy and myself, Gandalf has found the biscuit barrel and crawled inside for the night. So until next time, you guys take great care, and I'll catch you all later. Take care, bye for now.